Hello folks, and welcome here to Divine Fine Motors. I am so excited, I just can't stand it. This is the best looking car in the last 6 years that I have ever had in my possession, that I have ever had the honor and the privilege to sell anybody. This car is absolutely a gem, folks. This car is like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, the guy told me, it's like it was in a time capsule. Folks, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We are celebrating here at Divine Fine Motors 6 years this April, and this is what Divine Fine Motors is all about. It's going out and finding one elderly owned vehicles down here in Florida that have been garage kept, climate controlled, with a cover over them in the garage that looks like nobody ever used them. And folks, this is just not some car. This is the Supervette. This is the king of the hill. This was the super car. In 1990, folks, Chevrolet Corvette decided to come out with a race car version of the Corvette called the ZR1, and they teamed up with Lotus and some other great engineers and manufacturers. Folks, this is number 199 of the 1990 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1s to ever hit production. And folks, I'm going to flat out tell you now, if you ever thought about buying yourself a car to drive, to sit and look at, to collect, just to have one, you have an opportunity here to own a piece of American history. Folks, there is no way in the world that I can tell you how clean this car is and how nice it looks. There's no video quality that can do that. You would have to see it in person. But I'll just tell you, there is not a flaw on this. Folks, this paint on this car, it is amazing. It is amazing. I asked somebody the other day, I said, how in God's name can a person? Now, this gentleman was a collector. I understand that. He was an older fella. I understand he was careful. But how in God's name that you get to keep something like this? Look at these polished wheels, for heaven's sakes. I've never seen, they're flawless. They're absolutely perfect. I'm so excited. I want to keep this car worse than any car I ever bought. And every car I buy, I don't buy it unless I would keep it. I mean, this car, folks, it's the real deal. It is the real deal. This is a 1990 Chevrolet ZR1 Corvette, red with beautiful saddle interior. Look at this. These seats. Look at this. That's the driver's seat, folks. Look at it. The driver's seat, for heaven's sakes. This car is as nice as they come, folks. I cannot believe, I'm so thankful. You know, at night now, it's the truth, I'll just tell you. At night I pray, and I say, I just believe that I'm going to wake up in the morning, and I'm going to find something very, very special that somebody out there has been wanting and praying for and believing for. And that's how I go to work every day. I just believe every day that I'm going to go out and find these wonderful, wonderful cars that people like you have been looking for and wanting. And I tell you what, when I brought this home, I about cried. I mean, this thing is just absolutely amazing. My son is a Corvette expert. He's about 34 years old. He knows just about everything there is to know about Corvettes. His grandfather had a 62, my dad. We come from a Corvette family. But he said, Dad, let me tell you something. There's only so many times in this world that you're going to get an opportunity to own something like this. I mean, I've had Callaway Corvettes. I've had just about every kind of Corvette here. I had one of the nicest 64 convertibles you ever saw. But folks, I even had a Grand Sport a couple years ago that I decided to keep, and I sold it after about a year. But listen, folks, in 1990, this car cost $58,846. That was the MSRP. And when they went to the dealerships, they marked them up and put addendums on them, even more than that. This car, folks, is absolutely amazing. Look at that. It's got a big key. It's got both of the keys for the big switches to turn the full power on the motor. It's got the CD, the Delco Bose, the cassette. It doesn't have any lights, no issues whatsoever. Folks, the guy has just, I tell you what I'm going to do. But you see how clean that is? Look at the leather wrapped steering wheel. It is amazing. You got the glass top, the hard top, even got the, look at the carpet back there, how nice. You even have a car cover. You have all the utensils that came with it, brand new. You got the wheel locks. It's even got all the wheel nuts in it that he took off and replaced with those nice aluminum. You got the thing that takes the top off there. I mean, of course, you got the Select Ride. I mean, this is where the Z70, ZR1, all that handling package came from. Power seats on both sides. Absolutely perfection, folks. There's a little piece of black plastic off of that corner. You see that? That bugged me. But folks, listen, it's as nice as you ever seen anything. Let me show you something. Even when the key's on and stuff, this even comes on. Look at the sun visors, for crying out loud. Look under here how nice this is. Super, super nice car. Well, it's not a nice car. It's an absolute amazing car. I'm going to show you the engine compartment. This is the heart of this beast. And I tell you what, folks, there ain't nothing sounds like this motor, ever. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at that rearview mirror. Look down the edges. Look at the molding on this car. Can you believe it? Isn't it amazing? I mean, underneath it, everywhere you look. Underneath the car, it's just perfection. How am I going to sell it? I don't know. I just don't know. Look here. Oh. Now, boys and girls, this is a beast of a motor right here. 4-cam, 32 valve. I tell you what this car did. It broke 7 world records. This motor in 1990 went 4,200 miles at 174 miles an hour for 24 hours at the Le Mans race and broke 7 records there. It outperformed everything in its class. It is a monster motor. This gentleman just spent over $7,800 getting this car right. You've got brand spanking new now. The Goodyear Eagle, the GSC tires. I mean, big gator backs, front and rear. Brand spanking new Goodyear Eagle GSC tires on it, boys. You've got perfection polished wheels. Look at that big insert offset for that massive 315 millimeter tire. Underneath it is perfection under there. No corrosion, all original exhaust. I mean, folks, this thing is as good as you're going to get one. Let me read you what the gentleman said. Let me just find it here. I'm going to walk around it till I do. I'm going to read you this ad on this thing. This car was bought. It's a one Florida owner. It's not Florida owned. The guy lives in Florida now, folks. It was bought brand new in Texas and then brought to Florida. It's always been in a climate control facility. And it's as good as they get. It's as good as you're ever going to get one. And it is just absolutely immaculate. Just absolutely immaculate. Hold on here and I'm going to read you. It's there it is. 1990 ZR1 Corvette, 49,500 miles. It has 49,900 miles. I drove this car, folks, about 150 miles down the interstate. I loved it. It's the coolest thing I've ever drove. 1990 ZR1 Corvette, 49,500 miles on it, folks. Kept by a collector in a climate-controlled garage. It has brand new Goodyear Eagle GSC tires on flawless, polished factory wheels. It's always been maintained with all receipts, including a $7,800 worth of service from Burke's Corvettes right here in Orlando, Florida. It's had all new air conditioning, AC, and injectors. It's also had a new fuel pump put on it as well. It's even had the rear main seal done, along with other repairs from the car not being driven that much. Ice cold air, dash pixels work, no leaks, spare glass roof, has zero corrosion underneath and needs nothing. It is very, very fast, smooth, and shifts as it should. This is a time capsule, folks. Must be seen in person to appreciate. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. And I'm just very thankful. I hope I haven't gone on too long for you here. But listen, if you're looking for a great Corvette, for heaven's sakes, buy this car. If you're looking for a piece of history, buy this car. If you're looking for something that's going to just go up in value, buy this car. This car with an addendum was probably, honest to goodness, $75,000 or $80,000. It was the MSRP at $58,874. It's number 199 of about 3,000, I think, 40 made the first year in 1990. Folks, it's got a clean Carfax. States no accidents, no flood, no damage, no none of that stuff. It's like I said, it had a brand new fuel pump put on it, tons of extra stuff. Had oil's always been changed. Listen, I've got a folder an inch thick full of service records, full of everything. It's got the owner's manual. You've got all the paperwork that came with it when it's brand spanking new. I mean, if you're going to find a car to collect, here's one to get. You have your owner's manual. I have all kinds of other stuff in there in a book that I got with this thing, a whole big thick folder. You'll get all of that, and you're going to get an awesome, awesome car. The thing runs and drives and rides absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's had a ton of money spent on it, and this man, bless his heart, he has every service record from day one. It's just amazing. But whoever ends up with this car, I would like to get the opportunity from you, number one, to buy it back. That's going to be one of my conditions on buying the car, that you give me the opportunity to buy it back from you. This little door right here doesn't stay up. That is the only thing that I found with this car. That little door does not stay up as well. Cigarette lighter looks like it's never been used. No odors in it whatsoever. And again, folks, it's as good as they get now. I'm going to take this thing around the block with you a little bit, and bear with me. Shouldn't be driving and filming, but I'm going to let you hear this thing. It's just amazing. Just amazing. As you can see, no lights on the dash whatsoever. Air's ice cold. And boys and girls, if I don't keep this car, you've got something here that's just unbelievable. And if my son don't get down here and get it before you get it. But anyway, thank you. God bless you. Now listen, here's the thing. Once you decide you want it, just please give me a call, and I will let you put a deposit on it. It's not going to last until the auction's over, and I'm not going to ask you to pay $25,000 or $24,000 or $23,000 or $22,000. Or $21,000. I'm going to put a reserve on it under $20,000. And let me tell you something, folks, you're going to get a great car. It's not going to be driven much at all, and I'm going to put it in my garage, and I'll help you arrange for shipping if you'd like. But here she is, boys and girls. It's your great chance to own a fantastic car. Put this baby down in second gear. I would spin it out for you, but I'm in a lot of neighborhood here. God bless you. Thank you. We look forward to doing some business with you, and congratulations on finding one of the nicest 19 Corvettes in the world. Bye-bye.